Hey, Kyle here. I've been doing this whole being an artist thing for about 20 years now. And throughout that time, I've always had a kind of half-assed rented studio space. And I never really properly set it up because I always had this feeling like, oh, this is temporary, this is just for now. One day I'll have a house and I'll have my dream studio. One day I can have the perfect studio. Someday in the future. And I'm getting to the age where I'm thinking, that day might never arrive. And secondly, I've spent 20 years in horrible conditions, putting myself in all kinds of, awkward and unergonomic positions because the only thing that's on my mind is getting the painting that I'm currently working on finished. It doesn't matter how much my back or my knees hurt at the time. I'm young, I'll get better. And, I don't get better so quickly anymore. So I need to change that. So over the pandemic, I got really into Adam Savage from the Mythbusters, watching his Tested channel, where he talks about his first order retrievability, which I find absolutely fantastic. And it inspired the creation of this general purpose art cart, which I really love. And it's also the reason why I've positioned all these open storage racks around where I paint, because even though this shelf is partially transparent, there's just like a mental block where I have to move something to get at it. I don't get at any of this. It should just be out if I'm going to use it. It's very far from my dream studio, but when I think about what I had years ago, having to walk 20 minutes to the drugstore to get photos printed, having an opaque projector that would only it would heat up so much from the 100-watt incandescent bulb that I'd only have maybe 45 minutes to an hour to trace something out. I'd print on photo paper because the colors would be more vivid on the opaque projector, but the plastic photo paper would actually start to melt, so I'd get like floaters happening and the image would start kind of moving around on me and distort as I was tracing it, so that was lots of fun. Now it's digital. If I have trouble seeing, I can just enhance the contrast of the image. That works. So in the past, you'd have a little photo here, and then if you had a detailed area, you'd have to print a second, enlargement. Nowadays, if I'm working on an area, I can just look at it like that. I recently found some of my notes of what I thought would be my dream studio, and it's actually kind of funny, where when I look at the drawings and I look at what I have now is objectively better in every way. But it doesn't feel like I'm there yet. Organization isn't a destination, it's a process. It's always ongoing. When I think about the way I was working 20 years ago, I'm working very differently nowadays. So if I had the perfect studio from 20 years ago now, it wouldn't work for me. I have different techniques and different processes and different needs nowadays. So I guess the moral of the story is the studio you're working in right now probably doesn't feel ideal. You probably have an idea for what you think is an ideal studio, but don't worry about that. Just look at what you have right now, look at what the barriers are, make it a little bit better. And then when you're done, make it a little bit better again.